What day is it, Damien?
It's Friday.
It's Friday?
It's Friday.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday.
It's Friday, baby.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
Doing?
For anyone that's new to the show, we welcome you. We have new listeners in India now, which is cool. So we're now reaching 9 total countries, which is pretty crazy. Bananas. Oh, I just learned that Amazon has a streaming platform for podcasts now. So I'm going to work on getting us on Amazon.
Oh, that's dope.
And I was talking to this guy at the gym too, and he told me about this new platform called Spoon, which is like a streaming service that like also has podcasts on it. So I'm going to try to get us on that platform as well. So if any of y'all listen on any of those platforms or like prefer those platforms, I'm going to work on getting us on those as well. So just a shout out on that. First off, let's go ahead and introduce ourselves. My name is Heston.
And I'm Dame.
And we are definitely not experts.
At all.
Hell yeah.
Let's get it.
We do like to start each episode with a clank of our drinks.
Yep.
We have been hearing from our listeners that our clanks lately have been pretty weak sauce. So we're going to give you a very, very prominent hell yeah, let's go.
That was good. Y'all cannot say that.
Yeah,
that
you
was
can't
not
say
good.
that wasn't fire. So yeah, we'll do much better about that. Our apologies. I want to give a big shout out to all of our listeners first. Reaching 9 countries now is really fucking awesome. And also, this was our most listened to week of the show so far. We're at over 80 listens for this past week, so we're about to hit 100 listens in 1 week.
That's
and
insane.
The first episode for the past week dropped on Wednesday, and like that's
fire,
pretty
bro.
sick. So, like we still have a few days to reach that goal, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I kind of dropped the ball this week. So what's going to happen is we are going to start doing video recording soon. Since we have shortened the length of our episodes, we are able to record the episodes now. I will be uploading them in 4K resolution to YouTube. What's going to happen is we're going to start with only recording this show first. And so that I can get used to doing the video and the audio editing together. Once I'm comfortable with that, we will be recording both the sports and this show together. So just keep an eye out for that. I will be making a post for that on social media. So if you don't follow us, follow us. If not, you can just keep listening. We will make updates about that here. Shout out to Shelly for finishing up our new artwork for this show.
Looks dope.
I don't know about you guys. I think it looks fucking fire.
Looks dope.
I've heard from most of our listeners that they really, really enjoy the new artwork for this show. And I think it's a really good representation of like what we do on this show. So shout out to Shelly again. Like, you're fucking awesome. I don't know if you still listen or not. I know you were listening for a little bit, but either way, shout out to you. You're the shit. I appreciate the fuck out of you. So we can go ahead and just jump in. You want to go ahead and just jump into our lists?
Got you. Now, before we begin, I did want to mention my sister has like it's almost like a soap-based type solution. She makes them. They're called intentional scents. Some of them are like brown sugar smelling. I mean, it's some are salt based, some are sugar based, some are it's just a different variety. Those are being sold, and what they do, they make your skin soft. So I didn't really believe her, and I put it on. I tried it. You scrub it around for maybe 30 seconds, a minute, wash it off, and it's like smooth skin. So rough skin, all that kind of stuff, it takes care of that. Of course, I have to show some love to her. So if any of you guys are maybe wanting to try this product, go ahead and let me know. And we'll work on trying to get you some and get it out to you. But let's start. Let's get it.
Hell yeah. Oh, and another thing, workout update. 2 weeks straight now, 5 days in a row. Let's go. I'm pretty much back full swing into my workout routine. Pretty stoked. Everything's really starting to pop now, which is pretty sweet. And I've already started to get like the respect from the bros there, which is pretty cool, because everyone sees me there 5 days a week, 3 hours a day. So that's been going really awesome. I'm just gonna say this. Well, actually, I'll mention it later on too. But real talk, if I can do it, like with all the bullshit I got going on right now, like y'all can fucking do it too. So, the YMCA is like $25 right now. Y'all can just get a membership there. If you get somebody else to sign up, they make it like $20 a month, which is cake as fuck. Go to Lifetime. I mean, not Lifetime. Go to like Planet Fitness, Gold's Gym, whatever you can afford. It's awesome. It'll make you feel better about yourself. Just set reasonable goals and you'll get there just like I am. It's been cool though, man. I'm really pushing my body really hard, and everything's falling into place, man. Like I said this last week, but like even more so, like shit's starting to look pretty cool on my body again, which is pretty sweet. And I actually did take before photos this time. Like the first time I started working out, they always told me that I should have taken like before photos so I could do like progression updates and stuff, but I never wanted to. So I actually took before photos this time. So whenever I do meet one of my first weight goals, I will do an update on that as well, which is pretty cool. So yeah, we'll go ahead and jump into our shit list first.
Let's get it.
And then I'll jump into my big boy shout outs as well. I do apologize in advance. I know some of the people have said that sometimes this segment can be a little too sports related, just because we talk a lot of shit about sports, particularly in this segment here. So I'm just gonna let y'all know that this is mainly going to be sports related. So like, if you don't want to hear that, you could just skip ahead to where we start talking about our regular topics for the week. But a lot of shit happens, so like we need to talk about it. First off on my shit list goes out to Aaron Rodgers. We were undefeated. And we are no longer undefeated. And that is because Aaron Rodgers threw back-to-back interceptions, one of which was a pick six. The second one basically was a pick six. He got the ball down to like the 1 yard line. Aaron Rodgers never fucking does that. We were up by 10, getting ready to be up by like 3 fucking scores. Like we were ready to just fucking plow through Tampa.
Nope.
And your boy just went out and threw 2 like really garbage interceptions. Well, the first one was like his fault. Yeah, and then like the second one was just like not really his fault. I'll give him a little bit of a pass there, but still, man, like you can't be doing that. Like the momentum changed immediately, and like the game was over. Like after he threw that second pick, like that was it. There was nothing else.
Nothing.
Yeah. So Aaron Rodgers is on my shit list. I'm pretty sure he won't be there for very long. We play Houston next week, which, by the way, I will be attending. I will actually be going to the Houston game. Which I'm really excited about. Because of our sponsor for our sports show, I was presented with an opportunity to be able to go to the Packers game in Houston. So I'm actually going to be taking my mom. She's a huge Green Bay fan too. So and it's going to be her first game too. So it's going to be both of our first like professional football game that we're going to. And don't worry, like I'm like 100% not going to get the Rona. The rules for the Houston Stadium right now are that they only let like up to 6 people sit together, like throughout the entire stadium, and they're doing like a pep rally with like all the other people that are going in the club and stuff, but like we're not going to go to that. We're just going to get our own food, go to the hotel, and like stay away from people.
Right. That makes sense.
So anyways, we'll move on. Melvin Gordon, running back for the Denver Broncos, got a DUI this past week. You're a piece of shit. We live in a society where we have Uber and Lyft now. Get your shit together, bro. Like you don't need to be doing that.
They're rich.
What's that?
They're rich.
I mean, he's rich.
They don't Uber.
And
they drive like
shit?
their fancy cars to an event, and of course, they're gonna.
Yeah,
get
you're not gonna
trashed.
let them sit. I guess I can respect that.
I mean, I would probably do the same thing. I'm just being completely honest. I'd probably wreck like a brand new like Lamborghini or something, being stupid.
Being stupid.
But I mean, if I have a lot of money, right, I could just repair it. So I mean, it's all good.
I feel that. So that's it for my shit list for sports people. Now I have 2 shit list entries for non-sports related stuff. And this kind of goes back to my gym talk that I was talking about a minute ago. Apparently so this is something that came up a little while ago, and I didn't think it was worth talking about, but it's continued to be more and more of an issue. Apparently Robert Pattinson has been fat as fuck like since coming back to start shooting for the new Batman movie. So much so that they said that like when one of the directors or like producers or whatever came in, they were like audibly like surprised at like how big he was. And like apparently they actually had to like not shoot for a bit because like he was too fat.
But he told him that though. He told him he wasn't gonna get a super jacked and super ripped for this role. And so
But Batman's super ripped and super jacked though, so
nope,
like,
his suit is.
So you think they're just gonna have like the abs and like the pecs and everything just like built into the suit?
So what I think is why are we showing Batman's body for? Like he should be in a suit fighting crime. So what are we worried about how swole he looks? Patterson's never been that kind of guy ever. Like
I guess
his
I can
entire
respect
career.
that.
And now this is also like a year 2 phase of Batman. So he's like a kid almost, or like he's just beginning
That's
this
true.
phase of
Yeah,
Batman.
this is like
so
almost like before he became Batman.
He shouldn't be ripped. He shouldn't be swole. He should like kind of be learning
Getting
the
into
ropes.
it.
And
I guess
you know,
I can respect that.
So
I was gonna like normally this would be like a big boy shout out kind of story,
Yeah.
but like it's not because
Yeah.
this new Batman movie looks amazing.
it looks fire, bro.
And I don't want him and his inability to stay in shape to ruin that.
I don't
and
think
that's
he
what I was saying
has
before.
to stay in shape. They're gonna have him in a suit most of the time. So it's like, guys,
well, that's kind
come
of what I
on,
was getting
man.
at before, though. Is like, you know, like if I can go to the gym 5 days a week, 3 hours a day, and I can get ripped as fuck, Robert Pattinson can do the same goddamn thing.
I heard that they talked, and he told them straight up, like, I'm not about to go to the gym all day and try to look like Black Panther, swole Wakanda. Like,
well, I will say
you
that
know,
like the
I'm
level
just
of training that they got to go through to look as good as they do is insane.
Well, yeah, because their diets change all the time because it's either gaining weight for a movie,
yeah,
or
just
so,
living their life.
But he said, like, straight up, like, I'm not doing that, bro. I don't want to do that. I don't want to get ripped for this movie. I don't want to be ripped. Okay, well then.
Well, at that point though, like I feel like if you're gonna act that way, then you don't be in the movie.
Right, but he's already in it.
Well,
so what are
yeah.
they gonna do, right?
It's true though.
Then
I
they
mean,
have
they could
to
recast, but that would
Right.
be really fucking rough.
So now at this
man.
point, you got to just kind of roll with the punch. That's who you picked to do this movie. You had plenty of other actors who could have done this movie.
It's true though.
You picked him. Got to roll with the punch. It looks fire so far from what we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
He's already said he's not bulking up like that crazy to do it. So they should have known
I feel like
that.
he still shouldn't be fat though. You know what I mean? Like
But,
he should
I
still
mean,
be at least like lean.
I've seen a couple scenes with him outside of the bat suit.
Yeah.
He doesn't look fat.
Yeah, he
like
looks okay.
he looks like a little normal dude.
Yeah.
You know, little nerdy tech guy. That's
Yeah,
what he
yeah,
looks
yeah.
like. So it's just a perfect fit. They just wanted him to be like Ben Affleck got swole. You know, Christian Bale got swole. Like
Hell yeah.
all these dudes that were little got super swole for this movie. He's like, bro, I'm not doing that. Like,
well, I feel like you do gotta be kind of jacked though. Like if you're gonna be beating up on all these like bad guys and
not
stuff.
really, only because you're going in a suit that has all these gadgets and devices for you.
Yeah, I guess that's
so.
true.
I mean, it's Batman has never been this. I'm just swollen. I'm gonna overpower you. No, he's
yeah,
just smart
actually, you make a
and
good
has
point.
gadgets.
Yeah, that's
he's
right.
not even a real superhero.
Yeah, and
if
actually,
you
come to think about it, like
you
in
know?
the cartoons and stuff too, he's
Right.
not like super ripped either.
You're never
so,
ripped. He's just
yeah.
really smart. He has a lot of money, and boom, there you go.
Goals.
Like, right. So I mean, even if he's fat, right, he'd still be in a sick ass bat suit that has some type of propel that he could, so he'd still be able to.
Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah, I mean, I give you credit for that though. I did hear that as well, and I'm like, guys, if he doesn't want to get ripped, what are you gonna?
Yeah,
do?
like at first I didn't think it was a story, but then like I've just seen more and more reports about it.
Well, they keep
so-
saying he's not doing it, and I'm
Yeah.
like, he said he wasn't gonna do it though. So
Okay.
why do we?
Well, yeah, I didn't
keep-
know that part.
Well, but it's like he already said he was gonna do it. So why do you guys keep saying like,
It's true,
do
though.
it, do it? He said he's not. So
It's like Joe Rogan with Spotify. Like they all already agreed that they weren't going to censor him, and now like people are like trying to act weird about it. And it's like we already talked about
we already
this.
talked
Yeah, like,
about
why are
this.
y'all
Like,
being
what are
weird?
we doing
Right.
now? Yeah.
That's weird. Like you said you were good, and now you're not good. So like,
Right.
what's
I mean,
what's going on?
I can
here?
guarantee you he'll still have one of the better like Batman performances we've seen.
It looks
because we're gonna get a
great.
year 2. So in some people's eyes, he probably may be the best Batman we've ever seen because he's gonna be more on the detective side.
Yeah,
we've
and it's
never
also
seen
going to
that.
be cooler too because we got a new villain we've never seen before.
Exactly.
Which is like so refreshing.
We've kind of seen him, but like way back in the day,
Right.
and he wasn't as like
prominent.
graphic as he's gonna be this.
Right, it's
And
gonna
we've
be
already
awesome.
seen him duct taping people's faces.
Yeah.
We've never seen nothing like that
Did you
before.
see?
from the regular stuff.
Did you see that Marvel said that they're going to make Deadpool 3 and 4 both rated R too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to.
Yeah, well, did you see that they're also discussing letting Ryan Reynolds just make the whole movie?
That part's a little odd. I wouldn't go that far with it. I would still let him have his free
Well,
reign.
I think they're gonna
but
allow him to be like a creative director, like basically like that. Like you are the character.
I
so
mean,
like just
it
do what you
helps.
think is funny.
It helps, but you can shoot yourself in the foot that way. So
I
I mean,
don't know. I think Ryan Reynolds will knock it out of the park.
we have to see. We have to see it, right?
Yeah.
We'd have to see it.
They said that they also want to do a Deadpool Spider-Man crossover, which is something that I feel like everyone's been waiting for.
Well, I mean, after the last Deadpool, right, where he crossed over into like so many different things
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Wolverine and all this stuff. I mean, now you have to start making this a possibility
Yeah.
now. So
I feel that.
yeah,
Okay. We'll move on to my next one. While I was at the gym earlier this week, I was just working out, cranking out, doing my thing, man. And then like I was on one of my last workouts for the day, and I looked over, and this bitch dead ass had like a Diet Coke, like in the cup
it's
holder
diet,
that
though.
she was like sipping on.
It's diet, bro.
Like,
It's diet, bro. It's diet, bro.
holy shit,
Look.
dude! I had to do like a triple take. Like I was like, there's no fucking way,
Bro. So the equivalency to that is like a person who orders 2 burgers and a fry with a Diet Coke. Like, what? Just get the regular Coke at this
Right?
point.
Like
What are we
you're already
doing?
doing the whole thing. Like,
What? That's what that is, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. People really think, oh, it says diet. So, I mean,
shit's fucking stupid, dude.
come on, man. It's a little weird.
I just like I don't know, that shit just blew my mind. Like
Yeah,
I didn't even
it's
say
funny.
anything. Like I'm usually really big on like helping other people at the gym, be like, hey, like you know you could do this better.
So-
like hey, like do the like lift this way.
Question: what would you have said if you would have said something? I just want to hear, like, what would you have possibly said if maybe you did say something?
Well, it would have to be something along the lines of like how do you feel like drinking that?
Bro, I would
Like,
imagine that is gonna give you hella cramps while
yeah,
you're working
like
out drinking a
cramps, like 'cause
soda,
of the
dude.
sugar,
Like,
and also
what?
like it doesn't seem like it'd be very refreshing. Like
at all.
no,
It's
soda
spicy.
dehydrates you.
It's
so
spicy,
like,
dude, to
yeah,
the throat.
Like so for me, like you know when I mean I hit my water. Well, you know I do my Gatorade and then I do my water between every workout. I do the Gatorade first until I'm out, and then I do water for the rest of my lift.
Right.
Dude, I drink between every single set. Like it's like a routine. Like I'll lift, I'll pump until failure, and then like I take a sip, wipe my mouth off, collect for like 30 seconds, and then go into the next set.
Yeah.
And like the idea of somebody doing that like with
soda,
soda
That's intense,
sounds
bro.
fucking insane.
I don't
But
even drink soda regularly. I wouldn't.
I don't either.
I-
Really, like soda for me is like a delicacy. Like
Yeah.
if it's almost like a celebratory
Right.
thing, like kind of like a beer almost. Like
Or
I'm like,
if-
you know what? Like I'm gonna crack
yeah.
open a soda.
Or if
like,
I have a
let's
stomach
go.
ache, I'll do like a ginger ale or a Sprite.
A what?
Usually.
A ginger ale, you said?
If I have like a stomach ache,
Oh.
that's when I'll kind of
Ginger ale slaps.
I'll
though.
do like a Sprite or something.
yeah,
that's like,
yeah,
but,
for sure.
But to just do it with the workout, that's intense,
Dude,
dude.
that's
Now, hold on.
intense as fuck.
Did she look like she works out though? Did she look good?
She looked like a normal person.
So she okay.
So she didn't look like she worked out, but she wasn't like fat as fuck
So
either.
then maybe you should have told her like maybe you should not
mean, like,
drink.
you're
soda
almost
while you
there.
work out. Yeah, I mean maybe you should say don't drink soda.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You'll get there. Like what are we
Yeah,
doing?
I don't know. This shit was just insane. Like, and she was doing like hip adductors, which are like the hip like the leg flies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was just like, I mean, I do flies too, but like, I mean, I'm moving like
Yeah.
like 200, 250. Like,
I mean, I would still imagine you probably looked at her like, "Ow, soda."
yeah, for real
we
though.
doing right
like,
now?
I felt it like in my soul, bro. Like, I was just
Yeah,
like,
no. That's
well, I just thought about
that's
it. Like,
intense.
well, I don't know. I work out like a lot harder than like almost anybody there. That's why like the couple of dudes that I've already become friends with, like they're
Yeah.
the same dudes that go 5 or 6 days a week.
Yeah.
Like six, like you know,
That's too much.
3
man.
hours a day. Like
That's too.
like we're all there.
much,
We're all
dude.
there all the time. Like,
That
we all
means
know each
y'all
other
don't
already.
have nothing else to do, man.
Huh?
Like, that's tough, bro.
No,
like,
dude, it's dedication. Like those types of people, like myself included. Like
That's a lot,
There's
dude.
a lot of other shit going on, but like you just have to make the time.
that's a lot, dude.
Yeah.
When I worked out, I did like 3 or 4 days. Like doing 5 to 6 days is way too much.
I'm
bro.
actually,
It's,
I
like,
was
way
gonna
too
do it
much.
today, but like I just really wasn't in the mood. But I think this next week, they're not. So like the Y is not open on Sundays, and I've been working out Tuesdays through Saturdays.
Yeah,
I've been thinking about going to the gym Monday mornings, like before we record,
that's
and
tough,
then
man.
and then like getting home, and then like you know finishing up like everything before the show.
Yeah.
and then just recording and then doing my thing.
Feeling refreshed.
Well, I'd like to be able to get a second leg day in place. Like for me, when it comes to working out, my philosophy is like if you work out a muscle group once a week, you're like maintaining. But if you work out that same muscle group twice a week, like that's what builds.
Yeah,
and
I
like
would
that's how I
do-
increase my
yeah.
weight too. So like I have like a workout day, and then I have like an increase day like every week.
Yeah.
So so like for example, like I do like my buys and my chest on Tuesdays, right?
Yeah.
Like Tuesdays and Fridays. So like on Tuesday, like I just went up to 50-pound dumbbells for chest press. So like I increased it to 50 this past week though. So like on Tuesday tomorrow, I'll start with the 50s. I'll do the 50s. I'll do my incline and my flat bench for my upper and mid
Yeah.
pecs. and then on the last set I push it up to 55. Like I'll go up to the
Right.
next
To
dumbbell,
go harder.
and then like it'll be an incomplete set, but it'll be until failure, and I'll like really rip the shit out of my chest and out of my chest.
Right.
And then on Friday I start at the higher weight. Like I'll start at the 55, and then usually I'll be fine.
Yeah, I would do like 4 days. So I would do heavy arms, light legs, and then the next day heavy legs, then the next day heavy arms, and then the last fourth day light arms, light legs, and then I would chill for, the 3 days,
I don't like the sound of any of that.
and then I'd go back. I mean, we also have different builds though.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
me and
you
are
just got to
built,
give your
a little
body enough
different,
time to
so.
recover. Like, if you work out your muscles too much, like, they won't grow right.
I cut quick as hell, and so that's
Well, you're
why
already really lean.
I lift
so-
more heavy,
Yeah.
so that I can bulk.
Yeah.
Because of just going in and like hitting a light is just cutting me more. So
So I do everything. I do heavy. Well, by heavy I mean like failure at like 10 to 12 reps. But
Yeah.
I go heavy. I do ISO, and then I do lighter reps just for activation purposes. But
I also every commercial do like 10 push-ups. It doesn't seem like it does anything, but it really does.
that adds up quick.
It's
Yeah.
intense. It's intense.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll move on. Yeah, but that bitch with the Diet Coke at the gym like really had me fucked up. Like
that's
I couldn't believe
funny,
it.
dude.
Like I literally just stood there and I was like, I'm talking about this week. Like
Yeah.
I have to.
I want 3 burgers, 2 curly fries. And give me a large Diet Coke with that.
Bruh,
Like, what is the
I
Diet
actually
Coke
went
doing,
really
dude?
hard on Whataburger this past week, bro. So it was a day that I was working
my
out,
gosh.
and it was like a later day because like I had some other shit I had to do, so I got to the gym late. I did my cardio, I sat in my car, got a really big sweat, and then I went in, and then I was done, and then I came home and I did a Rocket League tournament. And my Rocket League tournament ended up running like super long, bro, because I actually won. It was the first Rocket League tournament I've ever won, which was awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was super cool, and I carried the team like the whole way too, which was awesome. But it was over, and it was already like 10 o'clock, and I didn't have any food prepped, so it was either like cook or go get something. So I was like, fuck this, I'm not cooking. Like I'm tired as fuck. So I went and got Whataburger. My move is I like to get like the chicken strips like by themselves, and then like a burger is what I like to do because I like a little bit of both. But then I was feeling like extra hungry that day, so I also got like a chicken sandwich too. So I got like a burger, a chicken sandwich, and chicken strips, which is like fucking bananas, bro.
That's a pretty tough
It
meal.
was so much. It was the only thing I ate the whole day too, though. I didn't eat anything else. So for me, I was like, fuck it. Like this is probably too much, but I don't really care because I haven't eaten for like almost 24 hours at this point. So,
Right.
All right, we're gonna move on to the big boy shoutouts now. I'm gonna do the sports ones first, and then I'll finish with my non-sports one. These will be kind of quick. Big shout out to Brandon McManus, the kicker. I don't even know where he's kicking anymore. He was with the Broncos for like forever, but I think he kicks somewhere else now. No, he's still with the Broncos. Yeah, he's still with the Broncos. He's the only Denver Bronco that scored this past week. He kicked 6 straight field goals and got them all 18 of their points. I think they still lost though, which is like pretty fucked. The record of the all-time record for successfully made kicks in a game in history is 8, and he had 6 completed field goals with like halfway through the third quarter. They just like didn't get within scoring distance anymore for the rest
him
of
to
the
do
game,
more.
which sucks. I was really rooting for him to try to like at least tie the all-time record, but he didn't get it, unfortunately. But big shout out to Brandon McManus. He had a great week. Shout out to Derrick Henry for 2 things. One, for stiff arming a guy into the void. Josh Norman no longer fucking exists because of Derrick Henry's goddamn upper body and forearm. Holy shit.
That's like Thanos snap, bro.
Yeah, bro, it was a Thanos snap, like 100%.
Thanos
and then
snap
and
on
then
that
Derrick
ass.
Henry also had this like insane like 94-yard touchdown run where he outran even all the defensive backs for the Houston Texans. Like, it's insane how he can be the biggest and the fastest guy in the field like at the same time so
insane.
consistently. It's wild to me, dude. And then so that's Derrick Henry. Big shout out to him. Like that dude's a fucking animal. And then shout out to the Jets defender. This will probably be the only shout out the Jets get for the entire season. One of their defensive backs caught an interception with his ass. Did you see this?
No.
No? He caught the ball and then like it like he caught it like while he was rolling and it ended up like on his back and then he secured it like on his ass and then like he tried to like get it and then like one of his teammates tried to get the ball because they thought it was about to fall to get the pick and then like they like bumped it out of his hands and then he caught it like on his back.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, it was insane. And I've only seen a butt interception one other time. It was Lattimore in his rookie season for the New Orleans Saints. He got a butt interception, which was like insane too. So like that was crazy. It almost never fucking happens,
Right.
and the play was insane. They lost 26-0, so it doesn't fucking matter. But shout out to that guy, which is cool. You know, like he had a cool play, and I guess one bright spot of the whole season. So good for that guy. And the last shout out of the week is going to go out to Canada because they're passing new legislation that is going to be banning all plastic bags, straws, cutlery, and other single-use items by the end of 2021. So, like, I think that's really awesome because I already try to practice that on my own anyways. Like, I'm really big on, like, reusable bags. And I use biodegradable like bendy straws that I have, so they just break down whenever you're done using them.
Yeah.
And like I always try to do what I can to like try not to, you know, I use silverware, not plastic forks and spoons and shit.
Yeah.
Like I do all that.
I'm a plastic guy, so they better not remove that. I'm a plastic plate, fork, all that. I'm not a big wash the dishes guy and none
I
of
will
that,
say
so.
that I do use paper plates pretty
Yeah.
religiously though, which
Yeah.
is like kind of not
That would
cool.
suck, bro, if they took that away. Like, I would just eat out all the time.
Single-use items.
I
So
just eat
maybe
out all
if
the
you
time.
can find a way to use the same paper plate a couple of times, you could get by.
I just eat out all the time. I mean, which I already do, but I do it
Out
more.
of the what?
I just eat out all the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah.
I already do that, but
Yeah, I
would
didn't
do
even
it
think
more.
about that. You
I
probably
would-
don't really have much of a problem with that, to
But
be
I do.
honest.
When I cook at home, I hate the dishes. They sit there for like a couple days, and I'm like, all right, let me do
Dude,
'em. Like,
dishes.
they're
so,
whack.
Dude, okay, we could talk about this, right?
they're whack.
Huh?
Dishes are whack.
Dishes fucking suck, right? For me, it's like, well, okay, so my dishwasher hasn't worked for a really long time, and we finally got
Yeah,
it fixed.
I
So like,
never
it's
use
kind of
it.
easier now. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
But back when I had to like hand wash everything
Yeah.
and stuff, it was fucking weak as shit. And laundry, I kind of feel the same way.
I was
about.
gonna say, would
Not
you
doing it,
rather
though.
wash the dishes or laundry or do laundry?
Well, here's the thing: doing the laundry is easy. Putting the laundry away is what's hard.
We're doing the dishes are somewhat easy as well. It's just annoying.
It's all annoying.
So which one would you pick? Dishes or laundry? If you had to do one,
How consistently, like just on a regular, like
regular basis. Probably dishes, right?
no laundry.
Because laundry takes longer to build up to wash. And
Well,
then,
that
right?
and also like you just put it in,
Yeah.
and then you could go do some other shit.
I'd rather
And
do the
then-
dishes consistently. Because then after I just eat on a plate and a cup, I just go wash it and put it up.
It is like once you're caught up and you commit to
Yeah,
just
and
doing
then
the
just
dishes
keep-
as you
you're
go,
good.
it's very easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's so easy to just go like, oh, like it's just one plate, and then
Because
like,
laundry,
you know, then you go back and
right?
it's just a
It's
couple
two.
plates, and
Shit, there's 8 now.
and then
Like,
before
what
you
am
know,
I
you got,
doing?
like a whole fucking
I
sink.
don't
You just-
have. Let me
Oh.
wash one off to eat real quick.
right, and then right. Oh, I'm out of plates. I guess I'll go get some food.
Well,
like,
laundry's
whatever.
ass though, because when I wash it, I'm happy. When I dry it, I'm happy. When the pile comes out and I dump it, that's when it just kind of sits there for like until I feel like maybe putting it up, or maybe
Yeah.
sometimes I don't. I just keep going in the pile until the pile runs itself out. Like, I hate laundry, dude.
Oh, dude, I also hate going to the grocery store.
Yeah. Again, I'm not sexist, but all these things we're talking about are all female things. Female should do the dishes. Female should fold the clothes, and female should go to the grocery store.
Those
Hey.
are some pretty big statements.
You know,
Those are some pretty bold statements right
but look,
there, bro.
Hey, look, I'll cut the grass, I'll take out the trash, I'll pay the bills. So I hold my end of the bargain, okay,
Okay.
Makes sense,
whatever,
right?
whatever kind of arrangement you got
I'm
going
just
on,
saying.
I respect.
bro? You know, just sit at home, wash the dishes, fold my clothes, make me some food. That's all I want, and give me some of that good. I'll do everything else.
I mean, I respect that.
Right. I mean, it doesn't
Okay.
sound that bad now, right? It sounded
mean,
horrible before, but now that I've kind of,
I mean, yeah, like when you say it the way you said it before, it sounded pretty.
that's for them to do. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's their job.
Okay. All right. So
Oh my
we'll
God.
go ahead and dive into our topics. This first one I was gonna put in the big boy shout out, but it's not finished yet. So It's not official, but I still wanted to talk about it. Mexico is going to be voting on federally legalizing marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that?
That they're weird for not doing it before?
Well, the reason why they never did it before, I believe, is because of the cartel, right? And they basically run the politics.
Right.
So, like, wouldn't legalizing it create a problem, like, on that front? I mean, I know they sell other shit,
it
like
could.
coke and stuff,
The cartel might just kill more people. Like, we run this area. But, at the same time, I feel like they should have been did that because we know the cartel is down there for sure.
Well, I mean, yeah.
So,
or perhaps making it legal will result in, like, less bullshit. Like,
right,
the
because
cartel will
then
just,
the
like,
cartel will be like, well, thank you.
then, like,
We've
that's
been
just
waiting for this. So, I think it's doing the cartel a favor legalizing it and not legalizing it. You just keep having people.
What about it becoming legalized here? How do you feel about that in regards to,
It should have
like, the
already
cartel?
happened. Like, I don't get it. Like,
No, I mean in regards to the cartel though, specifically.
Well,
like, that probably sucks for them.
So when we legalize this everywhere, right? Somebody's gonna take an L. I don't think cartel is gonna be one of those.
Who's to
people.
say that they're not like getting people over here though? Like, who's to say that like they're not working with people who sell weed here? You know what I mean? And it would sell our shit too.
It's just hard to say that the cartel would suffer from weed legalizing. It's the cartel. Dude.
Yeah, like they're gonna. Well, I mean, it's not that they're gonna find ways to make money. Like,
they're still gonna make hella bread,
think, like,
and so I think they're gonna make more. Like, if you legalize it where they're at, they'll just make more money. Like,
yeah, they're gonna be like, "What's the problem? Like,
right.
Just buy our shit." You know what I mean?
You know what
it's all legal. You won't get in trouble for having it. So
the buy our shit or we'll kill you right now. And we know your daughter's name. Her name's Leslie. She's 3. Yeah, we'll fucking kill her too. Like,
okay.
Holy shit. Yeah,
that's weird.
Yeah.
It just so happens I really need weed right now.
Right. I didn't know my daughter's name was Leslie. Thanks for reminding me. Yes, sir. I need Exactly, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna help them more than kill them, and so I don't think that it'll affect them. I think that it will affect like the main people that just sell it out of their apartment or something.
Oh, sure.
Or, those
like
people will be fucked. Now me, I'll be fine. I'm still I have more than enough plugs where I could just, if this person is sucking, I can go to like 3 or 4 other people.
Yeah.
I'll never have to go buy taxed weed ever.
Yeah.
At some point, maybe if they legalize it everywhere, and then it's hard for people to do some stuff, but I don't see that being an issue.
I'd be down to get edibles if they made it legal and they were all like FDA approved. That's my biggest thing is like I just want to be able to trust that I'm getting it from like a clean place.
I could get you a clean source of edibles right now, but I mean that's another topic for another day, I guess.
Well, anyways,
yeah, cookies, cupcakes,
Yeah, so like I said, I was gonna put them on my big boy shout out, like for going through the legalization.
It's
but
smart.
It's not official yet.
It's smart.
Like, they're voting on it soon.
It's smart for their city or
for their country
or residency area of place
I feel that.
to do it.
Yeah. Okay. So we do need to backtrack a little bit from our discussion last week about the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
Did you see some of the updates that came out about it?
Nope.
So Sony came out and debunked that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are coming back.
They kind of should though, because Tobey didn't want to come back, and I actually thought. So I like Holland, right? I like him. He's cool.
Tom Holland's cool,
but I did like the last Spider-Man better.
Andrew
That's
Garfield?
Just my personal opinion. I liked them better.
I thought he was cool.
They also
the movie sucked though.
But that's the thing that's not fair because they phased Holland with his movies, but also with Avenger shit.
It's true though.
So it like
if Andrew Garfield got the chance to be like with all those people,
he'd be sick,
like,
dude.
Yeah, probably.
Even Tobey.
Yeah.
I felt like he was the best actor in Spider-Man though, over Tobey and Holland right now.
Oh, so you think Garfield's the
I
best?
think Garfield was the sickest Spider-Man I've seen.
I think he has the worst Spider-Man suit too, though.
I just think, bro, it's not fair, like, for us to be like Holland is compared to them, like when Holland is like in the Avengers phase.
True, though.
Like what? Like that's not even fair because, of course, everybody's gonna like him better. Tony's giving him suits. He's giving him like he's gonna be way sicker than everybody.
True,
you know,
though.
like
it's true.
I mean, you could almost tell like when they did the Spider-Man cartoon. Like, that was the most that they were going to do with bringing all these characters together from...
Well, they're still thinking about bringing other people in, is the thing. So, like, Jamie Foxx's Electro is coming back.
Of course.
And they say... And then the new rumor now is that they want to bring Matthew McConaughey in as a Green Goblin, which I think would be pretty fucking cool. I love Matthew McConaughey. It'd be sick.
They could just bring back the original guy.
Yeah, William Dafoe.
Who almost got the Joker role. who would have also slated just like Joaquin Phoenix did.
Dude, he slays everything he's in.
Bro, think about it, right? We don't think about this. He was almost going to do that Joker that Joaquin Phoenix did. How sick would that have been?
Well, I haven't seen the new Joker movie yet.
Oh, bro.
I really need to. I actually might just watch it this next week.
To watch
yeah,
it.
I might just watch it this next week.
Bizarre.
So, I mean, I guess while we're talking about movies, I can give a movie recommendation this week. It's one of my most favorite movies. It's great, and me and my roommate Steven watched it. It's called the Grand Budapest Hotel. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
You've seen it? Oh, cool, man.
About a while ago.
Yeah, it's got, the only reason why I thought about it, too, is because it has William Dafoe in it. Right. It's got everyone in it. It's got, William Dafoe. It's got, Jeff Goldblum. It's got all these people in it, dude. And real talk, it's, a genuinely hilarious movie. One of the best comedic movies I've ever seen. I love the Grand Budapest Hotel. It's so good. I would highly recommend it. If anyone hasn't seen it, do yourself a solid and watch it. It's amazing. Hell yeah. Big props on that. But yeah, back to the Spider-Man movie.
Sony would be smart, though, Sony would be smart to bring them back.
Well, here's the thing, right? So, it ended up just being rumors, which I think is nuts because it was, quote-unquote confirmed by, so many different sources. But I feel like even if that wasn't the plan before, you saw how everyone reacted. Just do it. You know what I mean?
You can implement it. You're already going into this Avengers universe, right? Which Avengers is technically over, they say, but it's phasing off into so many other different things.
Well, it's the Secret Wars now. Is the next thing.
And so Wars. Everybody at this point is kind of it's almost like a time travel phase. So there's no way that you cannot bring up the other. I mean, it's so easy.
And they didn't debunk they didn't debunk Doctor Strange being in it. So there likely is still going to be some sort of dimensional thing going on.
Well, I mean, they're making everything like that. Ant-Man's coming out again. He travels in and out of. I mean, there's
They're making another Ant-Man movie.
Mm-hmm. Ant-Man's coming out with another one. I
wasn't ever a big fan of the Ant-Man movies themselves.
He was okay. I just don't think that they made him that great.
Yeah, well, I mean, him in the Avengers movies was great.
I like him as an actor, but
Paul Rudd's great.
Maybe a different actor for it would have did it for me. I didn't like the movies solo. I liked them in Avengers.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yes, the solo movies weren't great.
That's what I'm saying.
The Avengers movies were good.
That's what I'm saying. Would Spider-Man be considered great if it wasn't branched?
Well, his individual movies have been really good too, like Homecoming and the other one.
Why though? Only because Avengers came out and we knew that those movies were tying into something.
I disagree because they didn't have a whole lot to do with the Avengers themselves. You still
it tied in though. It was all a tie-in.
Yeah,
so,
I guess that's true.
People that follow that are like, oh, I gotta watch this, and then they watch certain things. They're like, oh, that's gonna tie into this movie that I'm about to see.
Yeah. I also just think that the villains, you got Michael Keaton and Jake Gyllenhaal, I feel like those are
I feel like and Keaton's coming back too.
Is he?
We saw him at the end of
Well, they said that they were thinking about doing a Sinister Six series where they got Rhino, Vulture, Scorpion.
I think we saw Keaton at the end of Venom.
Huh?
Keaton was at the end of something. I think it was Venom.
No.
Not
Woody
Venom.
Harrelson was at the end of Venom because he's going to be Carnage.
Michael Keaton was at the end of. Was it Spider-Man?
Was it?
He was at the end of something. Okay. And it was after he had tried to get his hands on the biggest weapon and he went to jail. He ends up being out of jail. And he says something to somebody in a post.
I don't remember this.
In a post credit.
I'll take your word for it though.
Bro, he's supposed to be coming back as something. I can't remember what movie it was on, but I mean,
okay.
It's gonna be.
Yeah, that'll be dope.
I mean, they're phasing into some good stuff right now.
Well, I mean, Venom is getting ready to enter the Spideyverse.
Yep.
And I mean, Matthew McConaughey, Green Goblin.
They need to drop. I think they should drop a Carnage movie.
They are.
Right.
That's what I was saying.
Don't drop a Venom movie with Carnage in it. Drop a Carnage movie
just a Carnage
and have Venom come into it.
Oh, that
you know what I'm saying?
Nuts. Yeah.
And then branch off and then just make another Venom movie and make money that way. It'd be sick. Because Woody's already talking that mess. And we already know he's coming. So it's
going to be so good. I love Woody Harrelson too.
Carnage movie where he's going ham and then Venom comes towards the end.
What the fuck's going on?
They do whatever. And then end it, and then let it.
So you're saying just a straight up horror movie? Is what
straight
you're
up
saying.
Carnage,
just
come
go all the way
out
in,
and obliterate.
Horror Ooh,
come on,
that
obliterate.
Actually would be pretty cool.
At least for half or three quarters, know, and then let Venom kind of, come in, let them fight a little bit, and then end the movie, and then
And
give
then,
us like a
all
nice
right,
little
some
credit
shit's gonna
scene,
go down.
and then now let's go.
That would
you
be
know?
pretty cool.
Yeah, it'd be sick.
I wouldn't hate that at all. I do. Did you see that NASA and Nokia are partnering up to set up a 4G network on the moon?
For who to use? For who to use?
That's the question, right?
For who to use, bro?
Right?
I mean,
who's to say we're not? Who's to say they don't already have a 4G network up there?
Who's to say people ain't living there already? And they're having to go by some weird space orbiting method to get signals sent out. Which is why we only see these weird signals every once in a blue moon.
They're gonna do TikToks, bro, from the moon.
I'm telling you, bro. I mean, all this is doing is just showing us that there are other habitable planets, and that at some point in time, we're fucking Earth up so bad, we can't stay here forever. Like, we're gonna have to move somewhere else. If anybody pays attention to all that, like,
this is the only part, right, that like I don't quite understand. That like it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, okay, cool. Like, so you have this plan, right? Like,
right.
y'all are gonna do 4G like on the moon, right? How are you gonna protect it from like all the asteroids it gets pelted with like all the fucking time? Y'all can't just go out there and repair it like each time it happens. You know what I mean?
But I mean,
unless they do it underground. Somehow.
It's in space, so it would have to be a sick setup to where they would know, like, you know.
Yeah.
It's just weird for them to.
They would probably have to do some sort of in-ground thing. Is what it would have to be, I think.
Which
could work.
Everybody are, we've already talked about Hollow Earth,
yep.
People living inside of planets and stuff. It definitely has to be a thing. So why would they not build it in space in the planet with, when I already said in this planet we live on, there's stuff built inside.
Well, they're partnering with Nokia. I thought it was interesting that like it's like NASA too. I'm sure SpaceX will get involved in some way or form.
You would just think, why would they use Nokia though? Like, is Nokia trying to make a comeback? Like, because I used to have a Nokia phone. Snake was like my shit.
I had Nokia's first smartphone.
Right.
That thing was awesome.
I mean, where's Nokia been since Snake? And before T9, like, like
true, though.
T9 was a thing when Nokia was popping. Like, who even knows what T9 is nowadays?
Not
like,
a lot of people.
That's what I'm saying. So I mean, Nokia's smart for that. But what are we doing out there in space where we're making a wireless network?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
I do think this also might be like a test run. Like if they're able to successfully get everything working on the moon, then like they'll implement that when they go to Mars too. Because you're gonna have to wait to communicate.
Would you say if they're doing this testing for a wireless connection, there's already homes there or people already living there?
I think that's kind of a jump.
How though?
Or
if they're trying to make a wireless network at a completely different planet that nobody's at, why are we doing that for?
Well, for future missions is what I would think. Like to make ease of communication easier. Like if you already have a working network up there, you could probably communicate instantaneously.
To who?
To us. Like on Earth, like from the moon is what I'm saying.
Right, but who would communicate from up there back to us?
People that we would send there.
People that are already living there. Like I just said.
That's
right.
That's a jump.
Right. It's a jump, but I mean, what you're saying is a jump. Like we're just gonna make a network out there, but nobody's there.
Well, no, what I was saying is like for working purposes. Like if that's like at that point they might start trying to mine the moon or some shit too. You know what I mean? So like you can have like a working infrastructure in place. So that
stuff, bro. We've already seen faces. Like imprinted in the moon already. So what's to say that we don't already have people up there?
I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen it?
No.
I can show you after the episode. It's gnarly. There's like it's a screenshot of like a face, bro. Like
a face. See, like, I thought you said
head,
a base.
The eyes, you can say everything. So it's like people are already pretty much there.
Okay.
And
So you think like we've already got like Suburbicon up in there?
Yep.
And we're just like
it's only for certain
like,
people.
Hey man, we're just upping up the HOA, bro.
It's only for certain people, bro. Because like if you're gonna go to space, it's cost efficient as hell. You're gonna have to have bread to go up there. So these are rich people that are probably a part of this. We would never know nothing about that because if they say you can go live on the moon, we'll be in that branch of people that probably can't afford to go.
Right.
So the people that can, I'm pretty sure.
But like you think there are people living there now though?
Or are they like lake
there, houses? Like
maybe
they go
like
went for
there,
vacation or some shit.
I think people have went there and lived there and came back. I definitely for sure. Or they've lived there and maybe people have died, but they've been constantly trying this out. Because there's no way we would get to, let's just make a wireless connection up there, even though nobody's there, just so we can kind of ping there and ping back when we already kind of ping up there and ping back already. Like, it's weird, bro. It's almost like saying like, it's just weird, bro. I don't know. It's just weird to say we're going to go make a connection there, but nobody's there already. Like, I don't. So, like,
Okay.
for what purpose? Like,
I've already told you.
to ping to ourselves?
Yeah.
Well, somebody has to be there to ping back, though.
Well, right. That's what I'm saying. Like for whenever we go up there.
I mean, I guess I see what you're saying, because
Yeah.
we send people there and then they come back.
Well,
but-
here's the thing too, right? Like you say that we can already ping each other. Like having an established network would allow you to expedite that process. Like so that like we were able to ping each other before, but now we can do it like super fast, and we can have like instantaneous like transfer of information and stuff.
But somebody would have to be there a long enough time, and they would know that they can stay there this length of time to even create.
Without a
wireless
doubt.
connection.
Like like that project is going to be insane. Like
Right.
going there and like doing all the work.
I'm pretty sure
and, like,
it's
all that
already
stuff.
happening. Is what
And
I'm
then,
saying, though.
and then
you know?
at that point, they are going to have people living on the moon.
If they're
And
not
then,
already
like,
living there.
that's when it's going to get
if
interesting.
they're not already living there,
Right.
To make this idea even like this idea can't just
Actually, I guess that kind of makes sense.
You know what
Like,
I'm saying?
At least in theory, it would have to be proven that you could stay there for an extended
somebody would
period of
already
time.
have to have stayed there
Yeah,
for
yeah.
this duration of time to say, let's try
true,
to make
though.
a wireless connection.
Yeah, it's true though.
For what though? If we can only go there and live for 2 weeks, like what?
Yeah,
Why would you make a whole wireless connection just to stay there if you don't already know we can't stay there?
that would trip me out, dude. I don't
I'm
think I
telling
could
you,
stay
bro.
on the moon.
It's trippy, dude.
I think I could
I would
stay.
go.
I think I could stay
I
on
would
another
go.
planet, but I think the moon itself would trip me out.
I
Like
think
being
I'd-
so close to Earth, but like so far away from Earth. Like if you're on Mars, like you can like disassociate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is just like your new place. But like if you're on the moon, like
I'm just
Earth is
more
right
scared.
there, bro.
I'm just more scared of what all these planets really do. They say if you go on the moon, you can just, it's so much gravity, you kind of just hop and bounce around everywhere.
Yeah.
But how do you really know that until you get there? What if it ain't like that?
Well, I mean, it's
you know,
been
like-
scientifically proven. So at that point, you have to choose whether or not you
Well,
believe the science. But
I don't know if I do, because I've seen a bunch of these astronaut movies where I've seen astronauts go up there and then like it's like a town and then they're stuck. But it like keeps repeating themselves and people start dying and people have lived there already and it's like a
what are you
bro.
talking about?
I've seen movies where people go up into space and live on planets.
Oh well,
But
yeah.
people already live there. But it's like ghost towns. And so it looks like nobody's there. And then like these people start dying one after another and these people eat people because they're like, holy shit, we don't
Sounds
have
like
anything
the
here.
hills have eyes or something.
It's crazy, dude. And so how do we not know that that's not already the case? Like, it's just weird, bro.
Okay.
It's I liked you bringing this up though because it just helps my theory of saying we already live out somewhere. Like we're already out there somewhere, bro. Not everybody's gonna know that though.
What do you think is the next step after 4G? So like they're setting up 4G out there, right? Like
Yeah.
what does this lead to?
Then they'll bring out like, oh, we'll now have functional homes, like, and then there'll be functional homes, which there are already functional homes up there because you wouldn't take a wireless connection up there for nobody to not use until you send somebody up there every 3 or 4 years. Like that doesn't make sense. So yeah, then homes will come and then like.
Do you think we'll see this in our lifetime?
That'll be tough. I think if we live to like our 70s, 80s, for sure. I
Okay.
think we'll even maybe possibly see time travel if we can make it to 80. Bro, we're
That's a
2020.
bold statement,
We're
but-
2020, bro. I'm 31. If I go another 50 years and it's 2070, oh, bro, like we're gonna see flying cars, aliens.
I do.
Bro,
It does.
it's-
I don't know.
it's
I don't
gonna
know
be
if other
crazy.
people feel this way, but like
It's crazy.
it does feel kind of like things are like starting
Progressing,
to move
dog,
in a
it's
certain kind of way.
gonna
like,
get
I don't know. If that's just
nutty.
me like getting a little older and like seeing how much things have changed just in my
already,
lifetime.
already.
Right. Like
So imagine.
Like I think about the way things were like with me growing up and the way things are now, and like I'm
Exactly.
only 24, dude. But
Right.
I was born in '96 though, so it's like
but bro,
I grew up. I was born like right in that time frame where like things got weird.
But
Like,
even
the
then, right,
internet
your
came
gap-
up and everything.
your gap of like how you grew up and seeing weird things has only been like 10 years.
Yeah.
So imagine like
It's
another
true,
30
though.
years.
It's true,
You're
though.
only gonna be like what, higher 40s,
Right.
Like mid 50s.
Right.
Imagine another 20 years on top of that. Oh, it's gonna be crazy, bro.
We're gonna be those old people calling in, man, not knowing how.
Bro,
anything
not knowing
works,
how to
bro.
work
We're not gonna
nothing,
know how any
bro.
of this shit works.
Phones on your like wrists, like bro,
shit.
it's gonna be like,
dude,
it's gonna be
you
crazy,
know, that
bro.
gives you a little bit of perspective,
Yeah,
though, right?
it's-
Like when an old person's like, "How the fuck does this cable box
You're-
work?" or something,
because
and you're
you
just
have to
like,
think.
but you think about like like the concept of like
They grew up
having
in
like
the
a UI like on your
1960s.
body or something. I'd be like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck is going
Like
on?"
I don't know,
dude?
and they're gonna be like, just push this button. You'll
I'd be like, "Dude, it's my
"Oh."
fucking wrist. Like, what are you
Right.
talking about?" Like,
And they'll say, well, push the button that looks blue. Well, there's like 30 of them. The one that says A on it. Is it working now? Oh, yeah, it's actually, yeah, I'm exactly where I need to be. Like,
how
you
do
know,
you feel about body modifications?
I'm fine with them. I would do it.
You want them?
I don't necessarily want it, but if I lost an arm in a car accident, I could get a robotic arm. I'd definitely take one.
What about like quality of life improvements? Like we just discussed, like augmented reality or like
No.
tech in the body that
No.
like you know, like you said
No.
car accident, but like what if it
Yeah.
was just like for leisure?
It'd be too much. Because I feel like at some point in time, you wouldn't be able to control yourself.
Lately,
it'd be
like
weird.
I feel like I've been really needing to go do like a hard disconnect, like from everything. Is kind of what I've been feeling like lately.
Yeah, but the weird
But I
thing
can't
is,
because I have to keep running like our social media.
if
and
they
stuff.
put so much stuff in you, right, and then you do that reset, you forget everything. It resets you.
I mean,
or
that's
it's
more
more
if
like
it's your
a
brain,
refresh.
though. Yeah,
It's more like a refresh where you don't forget stuff. Like if you start implementing things into you, right? Can you do a hard reset where everything just resets itself, or do you do like a update refresh where it resets itself? Like it's tough, bro. Like there's so many different variables with all this. That's why I would do it if I had to, but I wouldn't necessarily do it just to do it.
I don't know if it's just like me being like a boomer or some shit, but like I kind of like don't want to do a lot of that stuff.
I'd be cool with like if like my arm gets fucked up and I have like
Yeah.
a robotic arm
Yeah.
or like a robotic leg or
Uh-huh.
foot. Cool, but
Did you see that Amazon is making it to where like their employees can like pay for stuff with their fingerprints now?
yeah.
Like they just scan their
Yep.
thumb and like
Yep, idiots,
they're good.
idiots. It's that's the weakest level of security to me. Like,
Yeah, that's funny. I was talking
It
to
just
I went
literally
to
is.
Target and I was talking to like the cash register guy about it, and he said the same shit. He said that he thought that was like the weakest form.
it's just
of,
like, bro, if I
Yeah.
punch you in your face, right, and then cut your thumb off, and then you wake up with your thumb gone.
well, not even. He was saying you could just lift prints,
That
like off a
right.
glass or something.
But even then, right, I'm not lifting anything. I'm just gonna go
well, right.
punch you, knock you out, and cut your thumb off, and then take your whatever devices your thumb can get into,
True.
and now I'm in all of your shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's the weakest measure. I have devices that do fingerprint. I don't even use them. I use it on my laptop, but that is it. I don't like fingerprint method. I think it's the weakest level of security that's ever been made, other than like Face ID.
I feel that.
Because I could just put it up to your face while you're asleep. Oh, hey, I'm in your phone. Like, what are we doing here? Like,
Okay.
it's so weird.
I feel that.
I
Okay.
would like advanced technology, though. But
I just
I think it needs to start with,
I'm
like,
not gonna be an early adopter of anything.
it has to start more like maybe in the military, shit like that.
Oh, well, I
With,
think
you know,
stuff like that already exists in the military.
Well, of course it does, but
Yeah.
we don't know about it, you know? So if they're going to bring that out, they need to bring it out like the military uses it for people who like runs over like EMP in their leg fucking,
Yeah.
pow, you know, put on
Yeah.
a robotic leg, let's go, you know? I
Yeah.
mean, we got Modern Warfare, right? If anybody plays that game,
well, they
it's
already
advanced, like,
have like functioning. Well, I mean, we talked about that
Right.
that scientist.
That's
like
what I'm
he already
saying.
has a functional exoskeleton.
That's
at
what
this
I'm
point,
saying, dude.
So
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I seen a dude who lost all his fingers, and he has some shit he wears on his
I've seen that
arm.
Yeah,
but he can move his fingers
Yeah,
like
yeah.
in a. It's crazy, bro.
shit's
Yeah.
bananas.
Yep.
I'm super intrigued by that. I'm really interested to see like where that goes.
It's gonna get intensely crazy where we're gonna be seeing half humans, half robots walking around at some point.
For
and
real.
Then, at some point in time, all robots and then humans, and it's almost like Alita Battle Angel.
Yeah. Well,
It's what
that's
it's
actually
gonna-
kind of cool that you bring up
it's what
Alita
it's gonna
Battle
be
Angel
like.
because I was gonna ask you like, what if they created like new sports like for that?
It'd be raw, dog.
Would you fuck with that? Like Real Steel?
Hell yes,
Like Real
Yes.
Steel where it's like the boxing, but like with
yes,
the
bro.
robots.
I would try to get one.
I
like,
think I
that
would,
would be
too.
so sick, dude. Like I feel like
Do you
all
think that's
these
the
things
future
they're
of
showing
sports?
us.
Because like there's always talk about there's always talk around like in football, you know, concussions and stuff and
Right.
like bodily harm to the players and shit, which I'm not even gonna like dive into. For me, it's like all of these players know exactly what they're doing.
Right.
Like they're all paid like generational wealth. Like we don't need to get into it. However, that conversation in its entirety could be avoided if it was all just like robots and shit.
It's tough.
Or you know, you're a dude, but like you got
Right.
like a robotic body or some shit. Like I don't know, but like
well,
they could control them with VR setups. You know what I mean?
It
So
could
it's
be
like
weird, bro. It's because it's like if you put something on yourself, are you almost giving the implication that somebody else can maybe control you,
That's the only thing I was
and
worried
you'll
about.
never know, right?
But at the same
Like-
time, guys can be bought out too, like in the
Right.
exact same way. So
Well, it's like that one movie, right, where people's like bodies were starting to fail due to like organ failure, and so they would implement a robotic like implant. But the thing is, you have to make a payment on this implant. And if you don't make the payment, then there's these dudes that come and collect it. So, like, if you have a lung...
I haven't seen this movie.
Oh, dude,
That
it's sick
sounds
as
amazing.
hell. It came out years ago.
That sounds so good.
Bro, it's sick, dude. So, like, for example, right, somebody's lung will collapse or something. They put in, like, a robotic something to function it, and you have to make a payment on it.
Well, sure.
If you don't make the payment, 2 guys would show up, and they would pin you down and cut your stomach open and take that shit out. So you're gonna... Bro, it's nuts, dude. So, does it come to that? Like...
Well,
that's
I mean,
where it gets tricky,
sounds
dude.
like some loan shark shit.
Well, think about it. They already do it for phones, right? Get the new phone, make a payment on it like it's a fucking car, like for a year, where you pay an extra $30.
That's me, man. That's what I'm doing.
You know? So think about it, dude.
Yeah.
If your arm breaks
I'd
off...
prefer not to, though. I'd rather just drop like $1,000 and just
right.
like never
So,
pay
bro,
for
if
it
an arm
again.
costs $5,000, how many people are going to drop $5,000? If they say, well, we can put you on a payment plan, and for X amount of time, you pay this much.
That's how they get you,
But
man.
if you miss your payment... we're going to come get our
get
arm
you.
back. Like, what? No, I don't want the arm then. Just leave me
I'd be like,
armless.
no, I'm good, bro. Like,
I mean, I would pay you, right? I would only say yes to something I know I would do.
Well,
but
right,
still,
yeah.
it's insane to think like
that risk is
if
like
you don't make
insane.
that payment, somebody will just bust in your door and take your damn arm off.
Right,
Like,
and you still lost all the money you already put down on it
Right.
anyways.
exactly.
Oh,
dude.
Okay. I thought about this past week, and like I don't know why, but like I really wanted to ask you on the show. Do you trim your nuts?
No, my nuts, no.
Well, do you like
My base area, yeah.
okay, do you shave or do you trim?
Trim. I don't shave.
Do you okay?
Because shave makes me look like a 10-year-old boy that hasn't hit puberty.
I do think
Now-
Well, okay. So the reason why I ask, right, is
Right.
because like I let my shit grow out.
Right.
And then like I have a Manscaped, no sponsor yet.
Yeah.
Razor. I want them to be a sponsor though. So,
Oh,
like,
they're super
like,
sick,
holla-
though.
But like,
Yeah, they're sick.
I do have a Manscaped razor that I use, which is like awesome.
Yeah.
And like I kind of just like let it grow out, and then eventually, like every now and again, I just shave it all off.
Yeah.
And then it just comes back. And like I did that this past week, and like I felt like I lost like weight, bro. Like
Well, almost. So
like you got more space down there. Like your pants feel a little looser.
I can be
and-
honest with why I trim it. I look way huger.
Well, I mean that's everybody, right?
I mean, I don't know about everybody,
Oh, okay.
but I mean, I at least know for myself, right? I'm already pretty good.
Okay.
But when I trim up, it
Yeah.
looks even more like,
Right.
hey, come play in this yard.
Would
Yeah,
you
yeah.
ever shave it into a shape or anything?
Yeah, I would do a heart shape.
What?
Trim.
You say a
I
heart?
mean, bro, it'd be like a honeymoon type
Oh,
of thing.
okay,
You know,
so,
it,
like, being,
it
like,
wouldn't be
extra
something that I would just
romantic, like, this
randomly
for you,
do like
honey,
2
like,
months
what's
from now.
up?
No, I would do like a even trim all the way through, but like for an anniversary or something to try
That's
to spice it
funny,
up, I'd do
yeah.
like an arrow that points
That's
down,
cool.
or like a heart shape. Like,
Okay.
look, baby, this is for you.
Okay.
You know, what are you about to do?
I'm not
I mean,
that
you know?
talented, so I wouldn't be able to
Well,
pull
I
it
wouldn't
off.
do it. I would go to like
you'd
a
go
waxer and make them do it,
okay,
you know? But I
okay,
mean, what
okay.
girl, right, for an anniversary wouldn't see a heart or arrow pointing down and be like, I'm not
I think the
touching that
heart's
shit.
better.
Or a heart would
Yeah,
definitely be lovely,
I
right?
think the arrow is a little tacky, but the heart's kind of
It
cool.
would suck to still get declined, right? I mean, after that, but I mean, hey,
Well, yeah, you'd be like, hey, don't expect this.
right? Like this
yeah.
ain't happening again.
That's
So take
funny.
advantage now because
Yeah.
you'll never see a damn heart shape
That's
down
funny.
here at all. Yeah,
Yeah.
But
Well,
I
yeah,
mean-
I mean, yeah. So for me, it's like I'll shave every now and again, and like I did this past week, and like even just working out is like
Yeah.
it just like I can breathe better.
I think it gives. I would say it. If you trim, it will give you a more confidence booster. I don't need one. I just don't want a girl going down there and just getting pubes all in her mouth. That's really weird.
Yeah, that is
You know,
weird.
they're going in and then they have to stop real quick, and then I see them go in their tooth, and I'm like, okay,
You're like, all right, we're out of here.
what am I doing right now? Like,
Yeah, I
I'm
feel
so
that.
messing up the mood.
I feel that. Well, yeah, I
Now,
was just curious. Like,
Nuts though, I'm not touching those bad boys. Those,
I do the nuts,
however
too.
those are, they can stay. Now my base
Well,
part,
that's why I got the Manscaped trimmer though. Is like it doesn't nick you like anywhere, so you could just like
yeah, I just
fucking
hit
go
my
at
base
it,
part
right?
across the top right there.
Respect.
Yeah,
I dig it.
that's
Okay.
funny though.
Okay, so I was curious. This is a cool topic that I got here for you. Okay, so you can't time travel. However, you do have a phone that has internet from 5 years in the future. What's the first thing you search for?
Porn.
Really?
I want to see what porn looks like 5 years from now.
It's just 5 years.
Right.
What could be that much different? It's all the same
In porn?
shit. Yeah.
Maybe robot fucking.
In 5
I mean,
years? serious?
Yeah, people are already fucking robots right now, bro.
Oh, actually, you make a good point.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
sex robots is what you mean.
right. So I mean, there would be nothing. Maybe shoes, because I'm a big shoe fanatic.
Shoes.
It'd be like shoes or porn. I mean, maybe food. Those would be like my top 3. Everything else I wouldn't really care about.
I feel like that's all stuff you could do today, though, with like not that much.
Not
time.
really, because I don't know what all that's gonna be like 5 years from now.
I suppose.
So I mean, shoes I think could be sick as hell 5 years from now, depending. Porn definitely is gonna have to be sick as hell 5 years from now.
Okay.
Like it's gonna have to be like. There's no way. And food, I mean, there could be evolved foods or different type of foods maybe in 5 years. But other than that, I don't see anything else I'd want.
I think I would do like video games maybe. Like all the new video games that came out.
But would you be able to play them though? You'd have to wait, right?
Oh shit, that's right.
What I'm saying.
Never mind,
so
that's a good point. Yeah,
right,
future
you know?
shit.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be
That's
cool
a
to
good
see
point.
them, but then you have to wait like to get. So I want to see something that's what can I expect to see that's gonna like trip me out? You know,
that's a good point, actually.
Yeah, dude. So I'm like, it's gonna have to be food, maybe porn. I don't know, dude. Like I wouldn't have a huge list. It'd be very specific list for that because
I think it would have to be for like some of the like maybe podcasts I listen to, like what's gonna happen to these people.
Well, like right,
or...
it'd have to be something where you're kind of like what's happening with this 5
right,
years? I
right,
mean, video
yeah.
games is not really that big a deal because you're like
I guess a
can't
bunch of
yet.
nerds would say, I mean, if you wanted to make money, right, like you could do stocks.
Maybe, right?
You
Or
see what I'm
like
saying?
who wins the Super Bowl or
Right,
who,
right,
like,
each year?
shit like that,
that's a
you know?
good point.
Maybe
Yeah.
something like that to hustle, but I mean,
Yeah,
wouldn't care about
but that's
that.
usually your angle though, right? It's like, how
Right.
can I make money off this?
Well, I
So-
mean, it's also again, right? You also have to think about if you look 5 years from now, you can see that, but then again, there's always these different time lapses. You don't know if that's really gonna happen within
I would
your
stick with
5
it.
years.
I would stick with it though.
I mean, I would too, but you never would know. So I would look up something that would be like a guaranteed what's popping off in 5 years that I know I'm gonna run into. You know,
What else would there be?
it's not that much, dog. It's not. I don't think. I mean, that's a
Okay,
interesting
let's
question.
do this. Let's do that. Let's change the timeline then. What if like a decade, 10 years? Because I think 5 years is like not long enough, but like 10 years, like that's pretty
I would
substantial.
look at the like cost of living maybe, or how people are living. Like
That's kind of cool.
I would look at something like that because then I would want to
Like you'd want to look into like what normal life is like.
right, like because I told you I've already seen movies where
yeah.
like all the houses are the same,
Yeah,
all the yards
yeah,
are the
yeah.
same. Like, is that what we're working towards?
Pop
or like
culture could be interesting to look into because pop culture is really like influential, like in society and like in
Yeah.
people growing up and stuff.
Oh.
I think that because pop culture covers kind of everything, like music, like movies, like all that stuff.
Yeah, I'd probably look into like maybe cars, like what kind of cars are we driving?
That'd
like,
be kinda
stuff
cool.
like that, dude. You know, porn is more like a 5 year, but if we're going like a little further, I would change it to like.
What about like environmental advancements or like energy advancements or something?
So
That'd be
see,
kinda cool,
that's
right?
what I'm nervous about. I feel like as we go
You're
further,
like, I don't want to know about that shit.
well, I don't, because as we go further, I feel like it's gonna get worse. Which is why I'm saying at some point in time we're not gonna be able to stay here.
Well, maybe
Unless
they were
we just
talking on the
get
Joe Rogan podcast. They were talking about how they've actually created in small levels ways to actually extract carbon out of the atmosphere, which like reverses the global warming that's been done like from the stuff that we've been using.
Right.
And they were saying that they're working on like huge versions of these. I'm talking like those like Dyson fans basically.
Right.
It'd be like a 60-story Dyson fan that like filters
Holy
the air and shit. Yeah,
That's
it's basically like what it would be.
So I could see that. I would say
I think if they do it anywhere, it would start in China because shit's so fucked over there with pollution and stuff. Like, I think it would start there.
more things like Chernobyl would have to happen.
Well, I mean,
Honestly.
nuclear power is probably the answer, right? Because it's the
mean-
cleanest way to make energy, and it's the most efficient.
Yeah.
And they actually talk about this on the episode too, like when they were talking about energy. Like, nuclear is the answer. It's just that we know about the failures, and like that's what like scares people. But like,
Well-
dude, that shit happened so long ago, and like the Fukushima thing,
crazy, bro.
They created a nuclear power plant without knowing how to shut it off. Like, they didn't have plans for like if it went wrong. So it's like, dude, like, just don't do that.
Right. Now, I
Like,
mean,
create
that part sucks,
create
right?
a nuclear power plant with fail safes in place, and then you won't have any issues. Like,
It
it's
sucks
not hard.
once one of those things happens, but then the after effect is great.
Well, what do you mean?
Technically. So like Chernobyl, right? You can't. They said we probably can't still inhabit that for like another 20 years or so.
Yeah.
But
well, I
once
mean,
we
people
get
can
there,
visit now, but like it's
once
still like not.
there's
safe
areas
to,
though that
yeah.
you know. But if you visit that place, it's very like it's like the world is taking a part of it, and it's probably a really healthy, really good place to live in.
Ish. I mean, the radiation's kind of fucked
Well, the
things up a
radiation
little
part
bit.
is the part that makes it like holy shit. But if
Yeah.
the radiation levels are good, it would be like probably
That is a good point.
one of the best places to stay.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it would have to come to a point to if I'm seeing it further in, there'll be places that are gonna get messed up like that, but then would be better later. You know, like it's weird.
Would you? Ooh, here's an idea. So, like, looking into the future, right? What if you just like looked up yourself?
I'd be well,
Would you do that?
yeah, but nothing would come up. I'd probably still be like not doing shit. Like, I mean, it'd be cool, like to say like.
Like our podcast blew
Like
up.
our
Like, let's
podcast is
go.
like crazy,
Yeah.
and we're like we have like millions of viewers and
That
shit.
would be
Like
cool,
that
man.
would be nuts. But that would
Just
be
search
like
the podcast. Like, definitely not experts. and
I,
just, like-
I would probably look that up, but that wouldn't be the initial thing I
Right,
would look
right.
up. I would look up like what would be the best place to stay, like or something like
That's a good
that.
point.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
'Cause
like where? How have things changed?
Right.
Like in like underdeveloped.
how do we know it's
nations
even
and-
like Earth is even livable at that point? Like.
Right. Oh. Sheesh.
Because I mean, we really smash it ourselves by littering and smoking and doing just what we do. I mean,
It's
we
true,
could
though.
easily prevent a lot of the chaos that's happening.
by
but
just
we don't
not
care.
being pieces of shit.
Yeah, but we don't care, and so
No.
we'll continuously just get worse
You're right.
as time evolves.
Yeah.
Which is what we've proven to do. So I mean, what's to say Earth will even be here in 10 years?
What if like you had that opportunity and then like just like nothing was popping up, and
Bro,
you're
what
just
if you're like,
uh,
how many people live on Earth? And they're like 0. Everybody now stays on like, and it's some weird like, oh, cover rap,
Dude,
bro.
what? Dude, that probably will be a reality.
That's
at
what
some
I'm
point,
saying,
though.
like, you know,
Earth won't be habitable anymore,
can't
and then
be.
like it'll just be history.
After
bro.
a while, it'll just be one of those planets that we talk about from another planet. Like,
Dude, that that fucks
that's
me
what
up.
I'm
that
saying,
fucks me
bro.
up a little bit.
That's
like,
the part
I don't
that's
like
creepy
that.
about all
I don't,
this.
I don't like
Like,
that at all.
and then 10
Like,
years
remember
from now-
Earth? Like that shit was wild, right? Like what? Like what are you
right.
talking about?
And then people
like,
that never lived here, right? Looking up that,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
people
yeah.
lived on Earth. That would have been so cool to be
right,
there. Like, what was it
right.
like?
Or
'Cause
or
you'll
they're
have
gonna
a
be like
mixture.
that shit was insane. Like
Right.
those people were fucking crazy.
I lived
like,
there, and then we
yeah.
had to move here. This what happens. Like, so then what if you, bro?
Dude, being a part of that generation
Would
of the
be
people that transition, like
This-
from
I
one
think that'd
to
be
the
sick.
other,
It'd be sick, or it could suck. I think it depends on how
think
you are
it'd be
as a
really
person.
hard.
I think it could be hard, but I
think
also
it'd be
think you
really
can maybe
hard.
benefit from it. Depending,
but at the same time, like if you move like with your family and stuff,
that's what I'm
like,
saying.
It probably wouldn't be.
It could
cheap.
be a
Like,
give
I
or
mean,
take
you'd get by.
situation. If you're alone, it might be tough.
They're gonna have to create like
know?
their own version of like a Noah's Ark type thing if they
Right.
want to bring all like. I
Right.
mean, you got to bring all the wildlife and animals
Right.
and stuff.
Right, and then only certain few are going to be able to go.
Right, and how many of them will not be extinct by then
Exactly.
either, right?
Or how many people won't have enough money to go, and then we just sit here, and people will still be living on Earth.
Yeah,
but
there'll
Earth
be
just
like,
isn't.
yeah, for definitely for a while
know?
there'll be like an Elysium thing where like there's like the rich and the poor, like
Right.
like the poor people live on Earth,
Right.
and then like
And then
the
Earth
rich
becomes
people
like
live,
an I Am Legend, and all these creatures start to kind of,
I don't know if I
you
mean,
know,
that's kind
not
of a
I Am
jump.
Legend, right? Where there's
Right.
these creatures, but there's gonna be only a select few of humans that stay, and then eventually, right, all of the consumables expire, and then you start
That's
having
when
to
it'll
eat
get
each
weird.
other.
Maybe.
You know,
Maybe,
what
yeah.
do you do? How do you survive if you don't have a bunker with a bunch of food?
Well, yeah, I was gonna say the rich and the poor. Like, there's not gonna be enough
The
rich
rich
people
will
that
leave.
leave. Well, because I was gonna say like if enough people leave, then like there'll be enough resources for everybody.
Not
but
forever.
yeah.
Not forever.
Yeah.
Like eventually, people won't work. Electricity will go out.
Well,
you
it'll
know,
be like Alita Battle Angel.
it'd be crazy.
Like they have like the upper and
Yeah,
the lower.
Exactly, and you see people stay up there, and then you stay down
Right.
here. But I mean, eventually, I feel like Earth would get to a point to where you're gonna have to start consuming one another. I mean, and do you consume your family or do you go consume your neighbor?
Uh-oh.
Right, probably your neighbor, right?
Probably.
Hey, I just have a light bulb that's out. Can you come check that for me? I can't reach it. My knee has been giving me in my pot, baby. Put you in the crock pot.
Ooh.
It's
Ooh,
over
slow
with.
cooking.
We slow cooking.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I would actually slice people off though, like layer by layer,
Ooh.
and kind of cook them like bacon. I don't think I'd be able to cut up a whole person
Like a
and
shoulder?
cook them whole.
Or
Yeah,
like-
I'd have to like
Okay, here's a question. If you had to eat somebody, what's the first part of them that you would eat?
probably. Well, are we just talking about a person in general?
Yeah,
Are we
just-
talking about a female? We talking
I mean,
about a
you're
guy?
about to
'Cause,
say
I mean,
ass, right?
I was gonna say ass, but if it's a guy, I'm definitely not gonna eat a guy's ass first, right?
man.
I'd probably start with like his hands or like his arm or something that's
Why?
meaty, because it's a guy. So I'm gonna go more to a meaty area on a guy.
I was thinking quads.
I mean, thigh area is good, but that's gonna be something I save. That's not gonna be something that I eat at first.
Oh, I guess
you know what I'm saying.
I guess
That's gonna be something I freeze.
Like, meat is meat, though,
and eat as mass for later. I'm gonna eat like small things first, like fingers and hands and arms and stuff like that.
Okay.
You know, then legs, but the lower portion.
You know, I bet you the back is real good.
Yeah, I mean the meatier areas on a person, to me, I'm gonna save. I'm not gonna eat those first. I would definitely probably freeze those.
Would you ever try people?
Would I
like human? Would you ever try it?
I mean, if it came out while we were living, where you could go and try human somewhere, I would not. That shit is crazy. I don't think it kind of go back into that talk that we had a couple weeks ago, right? Where you can almost kind of organ donate yourself to necrophilia or something. Where
here's a fucked up idea, right? Here's a fucked up idea, right? I'm definitely not one of those like vegan people at all. But like, what if they were like, nah, man, like we bred these humans, like, and like they, like their whole purpose was like to be meat,
that's the
and,
problem.
Like we just breed them, like they don't live like other people. Dude, I've never thought about it like this before.
So
like that's
I would eat it if I didn't know, but if I knew, like while I'm alive, knowing that other people existed, we're eating people, then no. But if I knew, like we said, right, like something happens where a span of people leave and then like we have people
I mean
to eat.
that's like circumstance though. That's different.
Right.
Yeah.
Just right now.
No, but I just mean like
now.
there's
like
a people
tomorrow.
restaurant. Like you can just
tomorrow.
go you can go get a human burger
tomorrow.
like with a side of fries.
Nah,
and
I wouldn't
shit.
go. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go. I couldn't.
Why not?
And I'm a huge foodie.
What is it?
Only
I'm a huge
because
foodie. You're just like, I'm not a huge like people-y.
So I have had imagination of eating people before.
I mean,
I mean,
we all eat meat, right? So I think everyone's always wondered.
It's like at the end of the day, you
right?
don't always know exactly what meat you're eating because some people have languaged meat like a weird name, and you're like, that's really good. Like, but you don't ever go say like, what kind of meat is that though? Like, where is that from? Like, I mean, we don't know. We could have eaten people already.
I doubt that.
Which,
I'm gonna be honest.
I don't.
I see where you're coming from.
I've heard like there's some weird mixtures of some stuff that we do out here, and a lot of the food we eat could contain some human particles. I don't want to say that that's the case because I probably wouldn't eat anymore.
Yeah.
So, but tomorrow,
what if like they could serve you like a fat ass steak, bro? That like look just like a beef steak, bro.
From
like,
where though? Like for
bro,
if it comes from like the thigh or something, maybe.
It would have to be like that's what I'm saying. It would have to be like a quad or like hamstring's probably really good.
Fuck, dude. That's what I'm saying.
I bet you hamstring is
from
great.
The thigh area on a person, I'd eat it. If it comes from anywhere else on a person right now in society, no. If it's thigh area, I'd go for it. I'd try it.
I feel like that's what it's got to be, right?
I don't see it coming from anywhere else.
What if they gave it to you like on the bone?
Or maybe titty, like girls' titties, like if they have big ones.
I feel like that's all like fat though.
It could be, but I like fat. Like that shit's good as hell.
That would probably be like almost like a delicacy or something.
Yeah, I would probably eat a girl's titty.
I mean, they're already a delicacy.
Or a girl's butt cheek.
Know. Huh?
A girl's butt cheek. I'd try that. But like it, so because I imagine if you eat a person right, they'd have to tell you the gender. Like they can't just serve it. They'd have to say male this, female that.
Why?
Well, it's a human being. Like I don't know. I mean, I get it, right? If you eat a dog, you don't know. Or if you eat a cow, I don't think it
matters. It's cooked. It's
I
just
think
meat.
it would. I think girls would taste better than a guy.
I think it probably has a lot to do with their diet, just like regular animals.
That's true, but I feel like girls, they're. So I feel like everybody has good hygiene, but girls have to stay on top of their hygiene a little better than guys.
Well, you also have to think too that like if you use, like people who don't use a lot of like lotions and stuff probably taste better because that shit like seeps into your skin and stuff.
Well, I don't know. That could be extra seasoned flavor.
I doubt it.
Well, you don't know. You haven't tried it.
You're right.
Wait. Have you ate a female before? Holy shit.
You got me, guys.
Yeah.
I'm coming out.
You're eating people already?
I'm a people eater.
How do you know? He's like, nah, dude, guys taste better. Whoa.
I don't know.
This cannibal.
Yeah.
Let me get out of here, guys. This show is over. I'll see y'all later. Well, I don't know, dude. I would preferably want it to be specified, and I would try a female first.
Okay.
But I also feel like, I mean, they're chunky guys, right? But I mean, there are more thick females around that. I mean, I'm a thick female lover, so
yeah, we both are.
I would imagine some of my BBWs getting cooked. They'd probably be delicious as hell. Now, if you got cooked, I would be like, I don't know if I want to eat Heston. Like, you're meaty as hell.
I'm a meaty boy.
You're meaty as shit. Yeah. But if I would take a girl your equivalency and probably want to try her first. I
respect it.
I mean, I would still try a person though to answer your question.
Okay.
I would. The thigh area though. If it's
it has to be a
else,
nice
it
chunk
has to be a nice.
What do you think would
chunky
be
area.
considered the delicacy of a human? Like the filet mignon.
Probably their like their little nice little area, their genital area maybe.
You think so?
It
You think that
would
stuff
have
would
to be.
taste good?
I mean, if you season it and cook it right, soak it in some shit right, yeah.
You know, I don't know. I think like the titty might be like legit.
A titty would be one, but I mean, you
Yeah.
can't tell me like a nice vagina on a plate probably wouldn't be good.
I don't
you know?
think so.
I mean,
I could be wrong.
I mean, vagina's already good to me right now. I don't
Right.
see why it wouldn't be good
Regular
with some
pussy's
seasoning
fine,
on it.
but, like,
Right.
I
mean,
don't know if, like,
how
eating it, like-
adding some seasoning wouldn't help. I mean, it's already good now. I don't see add some salt and pepper to that thing. I don't know, man.
Okay.
That sounds pretty good to me, dude.
Okay.
Like, I mean, other than that, I mean, what else would be? Maybe some feet that are like, as soon as a girl dies, right?
Yeah,
they're
I bet
painted.
feet
Like,
actually might be weirdly good. Now
but
that
you're,
you
you're
mentioned,
gonna
maybe
cook
a calf.
them, right? So,
Calves might be
calves,
pretty good.
I mean, I don't really see how you can make a delicacy out of.
I feel like it'd have to be like an organ or something.
It'd have
right?
to be
like
like
the
a liver
or like
or
or the
yeah.
heart or
Yep.
something.
Yep.
Yeah, like and that's what
Heart,
we get weird.
liver,
Yeah.
and that's by far the weirdest. But some people
well,
eat
I mean,
liver
those are already delicacies for regular
people
animals.
eat liver already.
Yeah,
and I actually
so-
know this, bro. There's
I
this-
mean, why not? I don't see why they wouldn't follow a similar thing, like like cow liver and heart and stuff.
Yeah.
Supposed to be like really good.
have
for
you heard of the grandma liver killer?
No.
It was just grandma, bro. It's a quick story. I'm gonna
Okay,
keep it under 30
okay.
seconds. I'm gonna speed through it.
Yeah, sure.
There's this older lady, right? She buys this house, but the house is not ready yet. So she stays with her friend. And her friend is like, all right, you can stay here a couple weeks till your house is ready. Her friend is like, all right, your couple weeks is up. Like, when are you gonna move? And she's like, I'm not moving. And the lady's like, okay. The lady lets her stay to like another couple weeks. She's like, all right, your house is really ready. Like, are you going to leave? And the lady's like, I'm not leaving. I'm going to stay here. Like, I want to stay here. They get into an argument. The lady kills the main lady. The lady should be moving, kills the lady that stays there.
Right.
Cooks her and eats her liver.
Okay.
She has this journal. They go to check on the lady who originally stays there. They catch this lady just living in her house, cooking all her shit, eating her and stuff.
Yeah.
They take her to jail. They find this journal. This lady has been eating people's livers like her entire life. She loves human liver. They ask her, like, what's up with this? She confesses to everything with a smile on her face.
Just straight
like,
up,
old
like,
ass
people
lady,
just
bro. I'm
taste
talking
really
about
good.
like 70s. Like,
She's been doing it the whole
been
time.
eating people livers her entire life, bro.
Holy
Killing them and
shit,
eating them.
dude.
It's insane. So liver, like you said, and heart would probably be a delicacy to some people.
Yeah.
But
Brain,
people already out here
I know
doing that
brain
shit. You
is
know?
like a big thing.
I don't think I could eat somebody's brain.
If you ate somebody's brain and you could absorb their memories,
Then I
you
would
do
I
it?
would eat their brain. Then I would eat it. At least a
All right,
piece.
you're right. Okay,
Not
no,
the
I'll
full
fucking eat
thing,
it.
but I'd be like, you know,
What if you could like pick?
I would decipher. I'd probably pick.
Well, because I mean, they could say where like certain like emotions and
Right,
feelings come
but-
from, like in the lobes, like in your brain and
But
shit.
even then,
So
they're
you're like, I
retarded.
want like that serotonin. Like, let's go.
So I'm gonna go ahead and just throw this out there and shut all this down. They say like people don't use like the left side of their brains, or they only use 20%, whatever.
That's all
Like
bullshit.
the way that our brain works, you use 100% every day. Like you use your entire brain from how
I
you
feel
feel,
like you
how
use
you
it,
talk,
but just
how
not
you-
to its full potential.
Right.
Is like what
but
they mean.
The entire brain is still getting used. So when they say you only use a portion, no, you use the whole thing, just in different sections of the day,
Right.
depending on what you're doing. You
Just
still
not
use
all
the
at
whole
once.
thing though, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Now using it all at once, some people can do that, which is like what
Psychics.
the hell, dude? Right. And mind readers
Yeah,
and
yeah,
people
yeah,
that
right,
can
right.
move shit with their,
Yeah.
Matildas of the world. Like, but yeah, yeah, I'd probably eat some brain if I can get some memory.
Okay, so kind of branching off that, right? Like, if you could eat somebody's, what would you do with that information? Like,
It would depend on who I'm eating.
who would you eat?
I would
who's the person's brain you would eat?
So I would hope they would be smarter, right?
I mean, they would have to be, right?
Now, if I'm eating their brain, do I get like a menu that shows me how smart they were, or
Well, yeah,
is it
no.
just
For me, I'm just like pick somebody. Like who's somebody
right now?
Yeah,
It'd have to be somebody like oh shit.
perhaps
trying
a
to-
successful person.
It'd
right?
have to be super successful, like a Bill
somebody
Gates
who
or
has a lot of knowledge of something that I don't.
right,
like something I could
like,
obtain.
Yeah,
like a
it's-
scientist.
right,
Perhaps.
yeah.
Like a Bill Gates.
Bill Gates, scientists, people who work with medicines,
Like a Neil deGrasse Tyson.
somebody like super successful by, I don't know, like, 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 I making moves. I would kind of get in their head and be like, what was their mindset, or how did they think, or what did they do, and then go from there.
Maybe an author.
Yeah, somebody
That'd
like,
be
because
kinda
then
cool, right?
if you get their memory, you gain ideas, right, and then can branch off of what they did.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, we have some other topics here, but we need to wrap up soon. So we'll do one more topic, and then we'll move on. So in regards to that, I do have one other topic here. If you could pick one person to fight to the death, and you would get their life, who would you fight?
I would fight them, kill them, and then I could live their life.
Mm-hmm. Like you like their life becomes your life.
But I have to kill them though. Is
Yeah.
it a
It's to the
guarantee that we're gonna kill them?
Yeah.
It's a guarantee that
Yes.
we'll kill them.
Yes. You or them, like you fight to the death.
But you're saying we're gonna guarantee for sure beat them and be able to take
No.
their life over.
So,
it
so
depends,
yeah, right.
You
So
still
that's
have
the
to
idea.
pick,
Well, yeah. So like you probably don't want to pick the Rock,
Right.
Because he's probably gonna
Or
fucking kill
Thor.
you, right.
right? Because
Right. So like that's where it gets interesting. Is like you got to pick somebody who like you think you could win, but like also has a nice life. I feel like to make it like better too, they'd probably have to be somebody close to your age too. Like you can't just be like, oh, like,
yeah,
I'll go
because
fight,
it would suck
like,
to fight an older person who's
Yeah, and then
successful,
just,
but then
like,
you have to
fucking
live
just
the rest of their old shitty life.
fucking suffocate them. Well, you don't
I mean-
become that person. Like their life just becomes your life. So
Oh, Hugh Hefner.
is he still alive? I thought he died.
Did he? Oh, he did die. But I mean, are we just talking about somebody who's alive then?
Uh,
Because I didn't know.
I feel like that's better to the
Alive.
question. Yeah. Yeah, I'd fight a dead
Who'd you
guy.
pick?
Who would I pick?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Because I mean, Hugh Hefner was like my number one because bitches around, mansion,
Sure.
money, like that. That's cake. Because I have people, but I'm like, I don't know if I'd kill them before they kill me, like, because I'm thinking about
That's
like
where it gets weird.
I'm thinking
That's
about
where it gets weird.
Jason Statham. I'm thinking about The Rock. I'm thinking about like but their life becomes mine, meaning I get their okay.
Yeah.
I would. Queen of England. I'd beat her ass.
She old as hell.
It don't matter. I'd get her life though.
But like, okay.
Right.
Well, I
I'd
was
get
saying
her
like
life.
somebody younger, like so it's like a more even fight.
More even fight.
Yeah.
Bro, that's so tough.
But at the same, but you're kind of on the right track though. Like,
Right.
you could just fight like a prince.
Beat the fuck out of
And-
somebody.
and then you're just a
like,
prince. And
Well,
then-
Prince Harry, I'll whoop
Right,
his ass.
whoop his
too.
ass. Yeah, that's
Him.
a good answer.
Like I'll beat the shit out of him, and then I get his wife and his
Carson
wife.
Wentz
Man,
out here,
shit.
bro. Like, you
Yeah,
beat his ass.
Trump, I'll whoop his ass.
I think anyone would whoop Trump's ass.
I mean, bro, there's so many people, right? Because if we think about live people where we don't live their life but just take their life over, I mean, I wouldn't want to be president, but I mean, it'd be cool to be able to cause like any shot you want. I mean,
Well, you might not be president for like,
Right.
like a month. So
all right, let me think about a realistic person here. It should. Do you have somebody yet?
I think like you could pick like a lot of actors, maybe. Like
Right.
I could probably kill Paul Rudd. Like he's got a pretty good life. I think a prince is a really good answer, honestly.
I mean, like,
Because
bro,
you
it's
don't
so
have
many
to do
people.
shit, bro.
I could fuck up Seth. I'd fuck him up.
Seth.
Rogan. I'd beat his ass.
You beat Seth Rogen's ass?
Yes, his life is
What
cool.
what about his bestie? What's his name? The guy that played
yes,
in Spider-Man.
I'd
What's
whoop his
name?
ass too. Taylor Lautner. I'd beat his ass. That's the
Okay.
boy from
Yeah,
the wolf
Boy.
from
Wolf
Twilight.
Boy.
Like
Yeah.
I'd whoop his ass. Like, bro. I mean, I would have a nice list for this.
Yeah.
I would go and I'd go fight a lot of people. For sure. Holland. I mean, beat his
Tom
ass.
Holland. Yeah,
Take
he's
his
actually.
girl.
Oh yeah.
You know, like,
I mean,
he-
actually, he is a gymnast though. He's probably like sneaky. Like
He's not Spider-Man for real though. So fuck him.
no, he actually is like a successful.
But he's not
gymnast, though.
Spider-Man.
Okay.
So I'd whoop his
Okay.
ass.
He
know?
is small. He's a small guy.
Justin Bieber. I'll whoop his ass. Like,
That's a good answer.
bro, I could go all day with
That's
this.
a good answer. Yeah,
I
a
could
singer,
go
like a
all
singer
day.
songwriter person
bro.
might be good.
Who's famous? I would just whip their ass and be like, "Thank you," and to the death. Bro,
It's nice knowing you,
that's
bro.
nothing, bro. That's nothing, bro.
And then just eat her brains,
Yeah.
bro. And then
And
like
don't make me get to like females because then I sound like bad. Like
no,
Emma
I don't think
Stone
female would be the
and
right way
Taylor
to go.
Taylor Swift and I mean, bro.
Just fucking black.
Oop, cut her head off.
All right, well that's it. Okay, well we'll go ahead and move on. Let's go ahead and we'll.
We wrapping it up?
Yeah, we're wrapping it up. So you want to do Would You Rathers or
it is
Chick
my
List first?
segment. We're going to go ahead and hop into the Would You Rathers and the Chick List. And, of course, finish it off with a banger. So we're going to go into our Would You Rathers. So, would you rather become a millionaire by winning the lottery or for some work you did? I'm going to say for some work I did.
I think work I did would be better,
right.
too.
Because you get more money out of it, right?
Well,
because you're going to get taxed.
you're a millionaire either way, so, like, who cares about how much it is? But
not if you win the lottery, you're not. Because they're going to tax you.
Well, I would assume that the amount would be the same both ways.
Well, the amount...
For the sake of the question.
But the amount you get won't be the same.
Well, I think for the sake of the question, though, I think it should be.
Right. I don't think that it should be, though, because the work
well, then fuck that, yeah.
Well, this is the thing, though. The work that you do is probably going to be a lot worse than just scratching a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
So it has to be a differential.
I would want it to be for the work that I did because, like, I would want to have a sense of, like I earned this.
Right.
Like,
now,
I deserve to be where I am.
I can make it weird for you if you want me to.
What's that?
Do you want to win the lottery and win $1 million or kill 5 children and get $1 million?
I mean, I'd rather win $1 million.
Right. So the work you did. So kill 5 children. Sorry. Fuck it. This just happens, right?
Well, I would rather win the lottery is what I'm saying.
Okay. And then just take the cut.
I'm not going to kill
maybe
kids
get
for
like
money.
$750 or $800
that's
instead
fine.
of the full. Yeah, I do the work. I'd kill 5 kids. I don't give a fuck. It's $1 million.
Okay.
As long as it's not mine, right?
Okay.
I mean, it is what it is. It happens.
Okay. Like kids die all the time. What's the problem?
That. Yeah, I mean, hey. Would you rather have a missing finger or 2 extra fingers?
One on each hand?
I mean, it doesn't say where.
2 extra on the same hand?
So I would say 2 on the same hand.
2 on the same hand.
But let's open it up and just let's keep it dimmed down. Let's say 2 on the same hand or 1 missing from the same hand.
Do I get to pick the finger I'm missing?
Mm-mm.
2 extra.
2 extra hands?
Yeah.
I'd take a missing finger.
Well, I mean, if you lose your thumb, like, you're SOL, bro. Like,
Depends.
forget about it.
It depends.
And if those 2 extra fingers are a pain in the ass, you could just have them removed.
We also don't know. We also don't know which hand though it is.
Right.
So if I
either way though, dude, if you lose your thumb on either hand, like that's it, bro.
If I lose my thumb on my left hand, I'm okay.
I would pick my pinky though, if I had to pick one.
It doesn't say it right. So I would have to say I would be okay missing a finger, and I would hope that it would be like something on my left hand that I don't.
I respect it. Yeah.
But I would say missing a finger. You're going with 2 extra fingers.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
I like it. All right. Would you rather look young and feel like an old person or look old and feel like a young person?
I already am young. Well, I don't look like an old person. You said look like, right?
Right. Would you rather look young and feel like an old person or look old and feel like a young person?
I'm already young and feel like an old
old
person. Yeah.
I'd rather look old and feel young.
Well, what do you mean feel young? Like the health of your body?
Health-wise.
Oh, I don't feel like that, like an old person that way. I feel like I have like an old soul.
Right.
But like not like
person-wise. Right.
I'd rather look old and feel
young.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So then we're good. And now, bro, we have to throw out the reverse burglar topic real quick.
Well, let's save it.
We're going to save it?
Yeah, we'll save it. It's great, but like we went on like eating people.
Tough.
So
which
that kind of
amazing.
took up the time slot.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, it was great. That's why I was like, I like this topic.
All right.
We'll talk about that next week. So let's go into the chick list.
Chick list. So my chick list this week is going to definitely be Jennifer Aniston. Last week I shouted out Scarlett Johansson. I don't discriminate. I will have a mixture of races as we go forward, but most of my chick list are like definitely nice hot chicks. So Jennifer Aniston definitely takes the cake. She is 50 plus, and she still looks like she's maybe 25, 30. So she definitely is my chick list for the week.
Yeah, I was really surprised you didn't shout her out last week.
Scarlett's finer, bro.
She would be perfect
Scarlett
for your
Johansson
inaugural
is
pick.
Finer, dude. Man.
I respect it. I'm going to pick Chelsea Peretti. She's one of the chicks from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Nice.
She's not like super duper amazing, super hot or anything, but she's like one of the funniest, at least like in the show. Like she did an interview with Joe Rogan on his show too. She's hilarious.
She is funny.
She's great, dude. I
Her
fucking love
hilariousness
her.
makes her look better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm getting at. Like
Yeah.
I like chicks with like kind of a balance.
Sense of
Like,
humor.
I don't.
Yeah.
I actually like. I'm not even into like what chicks like. A lot of people think are like quote unquote like super hot. Like
Yeah.
we were actually talking about this before, like actresses and stuff.
Right.
Like to me, like they all look the fucking same to me. Like they all look the same. They all have like the same body and like the same frame. And like the only thing that's different is like the face, which is cool. But like we're talking about like everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
So at that point, like I prefer a chick that's just like
She looks pretty good.
like normal, like you're fine, like you're not hot. Like I want a girl that's like fine,
Yeah.
and like is like funny.
She
and
also
cool.
looks fine, and it's funny to you right now because you're currently binge watching that show, which is why
Well, that's why
I like this
yeah.
list, because you'll pick chicks usually
Oh, for
from
sure.
what you're looking at or
Yeah.
what you've recently seen. So
Yeah,
I appreciate
yeah,
that.
yeah. It's great, but yeah, know her for sure. Like
Yeah.
she's awesome. Like
She actually is really cute, and I
Yeah.
have seen the show, and she's hilariously funny,
yeah,
which
she's great,
makes her
and
look
she hits on Terry Crews like
Yeah.
all the time.
it makes her look a lot better for sure. Yeah, she's awesome.
Okay, let's wrap up with our Friday bangers.
Friday bangers.
I mean, as I've talked about ad nauseum at this point, your boy is working out super hard, going through some bullshit. So there are no chill vibes right now. It's all just like fucking bangers to just like
We're gonna
die. Just to
die.
fucking because I wanna fucking murder people and I wanna get like some other shit done, like for real.
That's
real.
what we're talking
So
about, eating people this
I'm just
episode.
like doing whatever I can to get through my fucking bullshit. So I got 2 bangers this week. I actually forgot about this artist, but then I found him again. The artist name is Boss Fight, and he has 2 bangers. You got Charge and Knock 'Em. They're both like some of the best lifting songs that I have on my playlist, like without a doubt, unquestionably.
Right.
So check them out. You know, if y'all are trying to start your fitness journey along with me on my fitness journey, by all means, like take my bangers and let them give you some fucking energy, bro. Take some pre-workout, fucking chug that shit, get your Gatorade and go like go sweat it out. Like let's go. What about you?
And if y'all don't work out like I don't, because he's a huge workout guy, right? Nobody's going to the gym. I'm not. I like to sit at home on the couch. So on my couch potatoes, my banger is Drake, Laugh Now, Cry Later. This one is more of a hip-hop feel. I usually try to mix it up and move it around to give you guys some different stuff. I'm usually a huge EDM fan more, but I did want to give Drake some love this week for Laugh Now, Cry Later. Y'all guys check that out. It's a nice little cool song on that end. So that is my banger for this week.
Hell yeah. I think that's about it, man.
I think it wraps it up, bro. Yeah, y'all make sure if y'all have stayed this long, subscribe. Recommend us on everything. He just mentioned he's gonna, drop us on Amazon. So we're doing
Yeah, I'm gonna
and
get that
making
done
some
this
moves.
week. We'll be on the Amazon platform. As long as they allow us to do so. But I don't see that being an issue.
And again, thank you guys for the listens, for the views. That all is definitely appreciative. He, for right now, does most of looking into that. So it's a shock to me every time I come in and he tells me how much you guys have came through. So I appreciate that.
Yeah,
for
we appreciate
sure.
you guys. Like we are growing. Like I said, this was our biggest week that we've had so far in listens. So if y'all know anybody that fucks with the show, like please give us a listen, man. Like we appreciate each and every one of you. Just for like Damien said, like making it this long. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
just being here like through the whole episode. Or if y'all just listen to our clips on YouTube, like that's
Exactly.
awesome too. We do that for a reason. We understand people are busy, but if you still enjoy consuming our content, you can find us at Definitely Not Experts on YouTube. We appreciate it if you subscribe to us. We're working on getting to 300 views on YouTube, which is cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah, so like we're moving. So
And you guys make sure, if you like the other show, and people that like the sports show, give them the sports show. If people that don't like conspiracies and talk about weird random stuff, give them the other show. We will have a name here shortly. Me and Hessen are kind of deciding that the other show sounds a little bland.
Yeah, we're thinking about coming up with like an official
We're going to
name
bring
for our
up
second
a
show.
name for you guys here shortly, though. But again, much love, and thank you guys 100.
Hell yeah. You have yourselves a wonderful weekend, and we'll be seeing y'all on Wednesday.
Do everything that I would do. Hey.